welcome to Over 500. This is episode 8.
Yes.
Can't believe it's been 8 episodes already.
The Ocho.
Yeah, whatever. I'm your humble, gracious, highly favored host, Mark Ogeen.
I am your amazing number 2 co-host,
Yeah, whatever.
E-Dogs.
Biggie. Before we start this podcast, stickers, they exist.
Yes.
They came in today,
But
but I got them delivered to my mom's house. I was already running late. So I didn't want to go out of my way to go grab them. But I will be posting stickers. They look lovely. They look great. They kind of look like that on the screen. I will be passing them out to anybody who wants them. So please, if you want a sticker, support our lowly podcast. That'd be great. I'll give it to you for free, no charge.
Did you get them delivered to your mom's on purpose? Like you?
No, it wasn't an accident.
Like you?
I went to go check the mail. No socks, no shoes.
Dang, how hot was it?
Because we live right across from the mailbox, right?
Yes.
So I just ran, and I was like burning my feet. And then I opened the mailbox, and I was like, "What the fuck are my stickers at? Somebody steal them or something?" And then I was like, and then my mom texted me like, "Yo, you got the package." And I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yes. Well, let's get the show on the road.
All right, first over 500 topic: Milwaukee, Brooklyn. We all witnessed greatness last night.
Wow.
Let's talk about it.
So, yes, Kevin Durant went off for 49 points. I celebrated when he missed the free throw because that means he wasn't able to get the big 5-0.
He did miss the free throw. I forgot.
Yeah, that was the free throw to get him to 5-0, basically. Anyways, great performance by KD, but he's still a bitch.
Great second half performance. Probably the greatest performance of all time. When in this regard of I'm the only guy on my team left. I got my second best player is Jeff Green.
Jeff Green balled out.
He looked good last night, but he does that every once in a while. He'll have a game that makes you think he's good, and then he's really trash.
Yeah,
forever and ever. But the corpse of James Harden, it was all on KD, and everybody's like, "Well, KD's playing for his legacy this game. This is for legacy. Every game is for legacy. Every year we do this stupid shit." He delivered, and that's gonna go down in his legacy. Is that he had no help, and he fucking won that game by himself last night.
So yes, it'll go in his legacy, but it'll only be truly cemented, if he either makes it to the finals, the NBA finals, or wins the championship. Either or.
I have to kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
Because I do remember 2015 LeBron, that first year Golden State won the championship. He was doing shit like that.
Yeah.
And nobody talks about it because they lost.
Yeah.
So I would imagine, just because people hate LeBron and love KD, on Twitter at least, that we'll talk about this one a little bit more. We'll remember it more. But I do think that KD, he went down in history last night.
Like I said, he got to win.
He won.
But he's got to advance. Yes, he won the game.
Well,
but he's
so
got
what do you think the chances are they are going to advance? Because now it kind of looks like Milwaukee is devastated.
So
they got punked.
So the big story here is KD balled out, did something extraordinary.
It's more than that.
But the other big story of this series is Milwaukee lost the game.
Yeah.
They had, was it a 16-point lead in going in the second half?
Even in the third quarter, I think they had a 17-point lead.
Dude, it was. I don't know what happened.
It was one of the worst coach games I've ever seen. Coach Bud, what's his full name?
Coach Budenholzer.
Budenholzer is a regular season coach, just like Giannis is a regular season basketball player.
Wow.
They got exposed last night.
Those are some tough critiques right there.
Bro, well, let me tell you.
I don't know about Giannis, but
KD was on fucking fire, and then KD is being guarded one-on-one by P.J. Tucker on the perimeter.
So
what the fuck?
So that's another thing. The first and second team, all defensive teams came out, right?
Yeah, and Chris Middleton. No, Drew Holiday, right? And Giannis.
And Giannis were on first team. Why is he not guarding KD, the best player on the floor?
Well, let me stop you there. Everybody's been bringing that up, right? Giannis is not a perimeter defender. KD will cook him in without breaking a sweat.
So why don't we see just slight some of that? When you are ahead 16, 17 points, like let's see some of that. Let's see some of that switches. Let's see it.
Thing about Giannis, he dies on the screen every time. And that part, that's why I'm not sparing him either. He's a regular season basketball player. When in the post time, when it's go time, he does not deliver ever. He had 30-something points last night, and I still feel like he was, like, trash. He didn't make his free throws in the clutch. He didn't guard anybody. He was on Joe Harris in the corner all game.
Yeah.
He was watching KD go off, and he's like, well, I'm the defensive player of the year, like, last year or whatever. He could have, like, at least attempted to try guard KD.
Yeah, that's what
it wouldn't have been pretty, like I'm telling you, but he could have at least attempted.
Well, man, you got to be tough. When KD gets hot, go in there, defend him, knock him out. Don't fucking knock him out, but I mean, like, do something. You know.
Well, that's what PJ Tucker's job is to do. And
yeah, but if you get Giannis to do something like that, you know
he's gonna foul out immediately.
No, but I mean, just do like not like a hard foul, but like a slight hard foul, to where the whole team it'll awaken up the team. You know, something like that was missing.
I think Giannis could do that. His brother on the team, he would be my guy for that.
Nah, they need a leader, and Giannis is that leader. Giannis needs to step up and be that leader, and he needs to do that.
I'm ashamed of Giannis because he had James Harden in a crunch time possession in the post, and it's 1-on-1.
Yeah,
and James Harden waves off the help. He's like, "I got this." Why was he so confident? He's on one leg. He's on one fucking leg. Why was he so confident? Because he knew Giannis was gonna panic and do a turnaround jumper. Because Giannis is always looking for that I'm gonna prove him wrong shot. I'm gonna keep him honest shot, and he bricked it. He sucks. He's not good in the postseason.
He's predictable. He's
in love with bad shots. He's always trying to prove his critics wrong. He's like, I can shoot. I could post up. You can't, bro. You can't. You are a run and gun, run to the rim and dunk it kind of guy. You're not that guy, pal.
He needs to be getting the ball every single time and going to the basket, collapsing the defense in the paint.
Yeah.
And actually, this past game, he didn't attempt as many threes as he normally would. But the first 4 games, it was like he was shooting up threes like as if they were something normal. Because
like,
the dude cannot shoot threes. Like, stop it.
But they were giving it to him. He was trying to prove him wrong. He was like, "Why are you leaving me open?"
Why?
He's shooting like 15% on threes. Stuck. It is bad. It is ugly. I mean, I love Giannis like as a person. I think he's humble on what his story about how he came from rag to riches and he's putting on it for his whole family. All that's great, but it diminishes the value of the MVP award because we're watching the 2-time MVP back to back.
Yep,
flame out in the playoffs for the third straight year.
Yeah,
and he's not skilled. He's not skilled at all.
And at the moment, it's looking almost like it's gonna happen again. With a slightly better squad, I would say this is probably
they're losing to the Nets without their best players.
Yeah, this is probably the best chance that the Bucks had to advance to the Western Conference Finals, and they blew it. Eastern Conference Finals, sorry, and they blew it.
Yeah, they had the big lead.
It's not over yet, obviously, but the team looks like it's slowly and morally deteriorating.
Yes. And
it's sad.
I agree with Charles. He said that they might win the championship, but damn, are they the stupidest team? They are.
They are. Yeah.
A lot of that is coaching. A lot of that is personnel. I blame both Giannis and Coach Bud. Coach Bud, I don't care what happens. You win a championship, I still want him gone next year. Like he's not. I don't trust him at all.
He's had so many opportunities. He's had so many chances. Yeah. I think I was a big advocate for Coach Bud, but I agree. Sometimes you just need to move on, and he's the guy who only gets you to a certain point. He's got a ceiling.
Yeah.
He's got a ceiling. Once he reaches that ceiling, he's out. We saw in Atlanta as soon as he was gone.
Yeah.
Atlanta now is playing awesome.
Yeah. Real quick, what the fuck is wrong with Jrue Holiday?
Man, I don't know. I ask myself the same question.
I kind of feel like he's not being used right, and maybe he's battling an injury that we don't know about. One or the other.
I was thinking
Probably
the same.
both.
I think it's something injury wise.
Yeah.
He's hurt, but not hurt to where it's like you got to miss a game or let's put this on the injury report or something
Yeah.
like that. I agree. This is the league of injuries. We've said this so many times.
and we'll
the
get
league
into that
of
in a
injuries.
minute. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, people are dropping like flies, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yep.
If somebody in Milwaukee dropped next game. But I mean, when you really think about it, they're the healthiest team.
They are.
And they're still losing. Like, what the fuck?
That was
going on?
also the reason why they had an upper hand towards all the teams in the East, and I mean that's why Atlanta also is having a good series against Philadelphia because a lot of their players are pretty healthy as well, and they're young.
They lost Hunter just now, or like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but I mean they're a young squad.
Yeah, they're deep.
And they're deep, young, healthy squad.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk more about those injuries.
So wait, before we move on, give me a percentage of Milwaukee winning the series now that they're down 3-2.
70%.
Wow. So you think they have a 70% chance?
And I'll
down
tell you why,
3-2?
because KD cannot do that again. I don't think he can.
Dang.
I think he's gonna need another Jeff Green game. That's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
And James Harden looks like he's on one leg out there. And unless Kyrie comes back, which is probably not gonna happen.
Yeah,
I think they could lose Game 7 now.
it looks like it's going to Game 7,
Yeah.
for sure. But I think right now it's more of 40-60, 40% Milwaukee, 60% Brooklyn. I think the tide has turned. I think after the first two games, I think Brooklyn looked good. Brooklyn looked like it was like an 80% chance they were going to win.
They would win.
Then it went 2-2. That's when
Yeah.
it was like, okay, this is a toss-up.
Even that Game 3, like Milwaukee barely squeaked that out.
Yeah. But after Game 4, I was like, this is a toss-up. It can go either way. It's a 3-game series now.
Yeah.
The Nets have so much confidence right now. They're balling, and they are suffering through injuries, but I think it's a strategy. They're going to rest Game 6. They're going to go play it out Game 7, and I think they got the stars. They got the stars, and they ain't going to choke.
Which is, I would not be surprised if Milwaukee choked. I would be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised they came out flat, and like Brooklyn won. Yeah.
It honestly don't even
home.
matter because they came out guns blazing last game, and that's what happened.
Well, exactly. Now they're demoralized.
Yeah.
I still got Milwaukee all the way. All right. Next topic.
Yes.
Kawhi, dog. What a crazy morning in NBA Twitter this morning.
Oh, my goodness.
God. I woke up early, like at 9 a.m., which is pretty early for me. And the first thing I saw on NBA Twitter was Kawhi out tonight.
Yep.
And I was like, whoa, what the hell? I thought he said he was going to be okay.
You thought it was the hammy, probably, right?
I didn't know what it was. I totally didn't even know that. I didn't even know he got hurt that bad from that play on
He kind of
Joe Ingles.
Yeah, he kind of did a little limp.
Kind of was a questionable play. I was looking at it today, like, what did I miss, right? And I'm watching it, and I'm like, that's not a basketball play. That's not basketball.
Yeah, they're just being rough on him, rough and tough.
Yeah, and he tore the ACL, probably. It hadn't been confirmed yet.
No, and I don't think it will be confirmed.
Yeah. So later on in the day, they're like, Kawhi is going to miss the rest of the series, probably, and we fear the ACL injury.
Yeah.
So, Kawhi. What's going on? What's going on with all the injuries, Louis?
Man, we've talked about it. We said this on the show so many times. This year has been the year of injuries. It's a theme. It's a reoccurring theme. It was expected. Right? After 2 months of rest for certain teams, right?
Yeah.
Going into the playoffs, playing in the bubble. I mean, what else do you expect?
It's fatigue for sure. These are
Yeah.
fatigue-related injuries. We're missing 8 All-Stars, probably 9, and they keep dropping by the day, right?
Yeah.
I definitely blame Adam Silver. I put all the blame on him. He and his people were like, we need to make this money back. Let's just keep playing basketball.
Okay. So
And now these guys are dropping like flies because of it.
I've heard so many things. People, Adam Silver and the owners. The NBA is a player-friendly league, and now it looks like the NFL, where it's the owners' league. I've heard so many things, but let's not forget that all decisions are made between the owners and the NBA Players Association. So if the owners were like, we need to make our money back, we need to get back on the court ASAP, that means that somebody from the Players Association said, all right, let's do this.
It's Chris Paul. He's the president of the Basketball Association.
Okay. Chris Paul and his friends, right? Because he's got to get opinions from other people.
The reason I don't blame the players for that, once again, it comes back to money. If the NBA is losing money and they say, well, you guys need to come back immediately. We need to get this show back on the road. Fuck your rest. And they're like, well, that's kind of crazy, but we're going to get hurt and shit. All right, well, okay, well, we'll stop paying you $100 million a year. We'll start paying you $10 million a year. Of course, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, all right, let's go back to work." You know.
So I don't think the money difference was that much, but it's true. It's like if I worked Monday through Saturday, if I worked 6 out of the 7 days, and I went up to my boss and I was like, you know what, boss, I want you to pay me 6 of the 7 days, but I'm only gonna work 5. What do you think my boss is gonna say? Yeah. Is my boss gonna be like, "Oh yeah, that's cool, man. Don't worry about it. You're a good worker." No, he's gonna be like, nah, you dumb. I'm only paying you 5 days. And that's what the players fail to realize. The players want to get paid, but they don't want to play. There's a lot of money out there, and the only way you're going to make that money is through playing games and advertisements and business and all that stuff that goes in the NBA. So, yes, LeBron went off on Twitter, and he was like, man, this is all y'all fault.
He
has every right to say whatever he wants to say, but he needs to have some accountability as well, because I'm pretty sure he was like, man, I don't want to play, but you know what, guys, we gotta get this bread, so let's play.
I'm pretty sure he was probably the one guy who said, nah, fuck the bread. Because
Possibly.
He already has the bread.
I'm pretty sure he was the one guy who was like, we don't need to do this. But what about that guy on a minimum contract?
True.
What about that guy?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand the player's perspective. Like, yo, we gotta do this, because if we don't, we take food off our table.
What about those guys playing on a low contract because next year they want a high contract? Next year they want to get paid millions over years. What about those guys? You got to think about every single person in the league.
Yeah.
And these players talk about equality. They talk about everybody has a voice. Everybody has all this. They need to realize that, yeah, everybody has a different situation. So
I mean, I agree with you, but there's a balance to it, right? Like, I think December was way too early. Maybe February, and you run into August. But you know why they said no? Because of the Olympics.
Yeah.
They once again, it came back to people being greedy. Greed will ruin everything.
Yeah, players are supposed to be reporting at the end of July. I think it's like July 23rd or something like that to specifically USA Basketball.
They're not going.
That is shit. That's like a month away. And we're still playing playoff basketball where everybody plays hard and everybody gives everything that they got to go.
So like example, say Jason Tatum's like, all right, I went home a little early. Let me go play Olympic basketball. And then he plays basketball all summer long. And then the season starts, it's regular time, August, right? So he's like little to no break at all. And then maybe like in December, Jason Tatum tears the ACL. And now we're talking about a young player with a bright future ahead of him, had his career derailed by greed and money and constant basketball, no rest.
That player had a choice.
I agree with you, but people are greedy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's somebody in his ear right now. You need to play basketball. We need you on the Olympic team.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Pop and everybody who's coaching, I don't even think Pop cares. Pop's like, you give me the bench players, I'll make something happen.
I think it will end up like that.
But yeah, I mean, you've already got big names already in it. Lillard and Draymond Green have already committed. So I mean, I think Jason Tatum's gonna commit.
Jason Tatum will definitely go.
And I think that's the next move. The other possibility is take college players. Take rookies, take sophomores.
Yeah, you know
take
what?
some young players.
I want to see LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah,
I'm not with all injuries, man. The injuries suck ass.
I would love to see. Yeah, we all live in the age of dream teams, and I want to see LeBron, and I want to see CP3 and LeBron passing passes to each other and high flying dunks and all that. We all want to see that, but I mean, yeah, we live in a reality where we're all trying to play catch up, and It is what it is.
Real quick, getting back to Kawhi. Do the Clippers have any chance to win the series now?
No, because playoff P,
Pandemic
P is garbage. I don't even know who gave him that name.
He gave himself that name.
I know he gave himself that name. I don't even. He's basically got to ball out. He's got to do.
I think he will.
He's got to score 40.
He can.
Can you see him score 40 in 2 of the 3 games?
I bet he scores 40 tonight. And he still
I
loses.
will take you on that.
He
bet.
still loses.
So even if he does score 40,
he's gonna lose.
He gonna make it.
The Jazz without Mike Conley have been giving him a fight, and now the playing field is what it was kind of even. Now it's like way down here now for the Clippers because they lost their best player.
Dude, I cannot believe how much of a difference Mike Conley has
He's a big
made
difference
in this series. He's been out, and the Jazz can feel it. The Jazz can feel it, even though they're a pretty heavy stacked team, and they can feel it. I'm
you take out Mike Conley, you take out the only other ball handler besides Mitchell, and Mitchell when he gets tired is very, very sloppy with the ball.
Yeah,
he needs help.
Turnovers,
duties, right?
Shots, bad shots.
And Mike Conley also unlocks Rudy Gobert. So without Conley, Gobert is just kind of just like nobody can get the ball to him in the right place.
Yeah, I mean Conley's like, man, I remember when I used to play with Gasol and Zebo.
Yeah. Conley is that he's like a great point guard. He's the unselfish point guard. He's a true leader of your team, and you miss him out there when you don't have him.
Yeah.
All right, enough of that. Let's talk about UFC 263.
Yes.
You were all over that, man.
I've been waiting for this.
You're like La Raza, Viva La Raza all night, man. All right, so
I pulled up Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about it. Which fight do you want to dive into first?
So before we get to the best fight, in my opinion, I want to talk first about. So we'll go least to best. I think let's talk about the champion, Adesanya.
Yeah, he has a very, very weird name.
Yeah.
But yes.
Dude, the guy can fight. The guy can fight. The guy has good defense tactics. He's tall. He's long. No wonder he's had a lot of defenses. He's defended his belt so many times, and there's really nobody in his weight class who can beat him.
Yeah, I don't know if his opponent Marvin Vettori was any good. He had one like bag up his sleeve, and it was just I'm gonna try to knock him down and grapple him and shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to submit him, and work him.
It just never worked because
no,
fucking Israel knew what's gonna happen every single time. He got him once or twice. Yeah. He got him once or twice, but like it was the same trick over and over and over again. I was like, this is boring.
Yeah.
I was like bored. I was like the fucking Nate Diaz fight got me all hyped up, and I was like, man, this is the main event.
It was definitely not what I expected. I definitely expected, some grappling here, some wrestling here. Yeah. Try to, his fight was on the ground, or his advantage was going to be on the ground. But it got to a point where it was just kind of, the same thing, and just like, this guy's going to lose.
Israel was just kicking him with just long ass legs, and like there's nothing Vettori could do.
Towards the end, Izzy got some pretty good kicks, and you could feel them legs started feeling like spaghetti.
My legs were hurting watching.
Yeah, them legs started looking like spaghetti, cooked spaghetti.
He would kick him a couple of times in like the 5th round. He would just kind of like buckle a little bit. I'm like, that guy's done.
Yeah,
that guy's done. He, to his credit, he hung in there the whole time. He never like got knocked down. But
so I think, in my opinion, nobody's gonna beat Izzy in that weight class. Nobody's gonna beat him. I think he's got to move up in weight, but the only way for him to be successful and move up in weight is he's got to bulk up. And this dude's got to take 6 to 8 months away from fighting and just straight up bulk up, get big. And there's some tougher opponents. But I think there's more money.
What weight class is he?
I believe he's a middleweight.
Okay, so you go like light heavyweight or something like that?
Yeah, you would go, yeah.
Okay. The one time he did go up, he lost, right?
Yeah,
that's
so
his one L on his resume?
The fight he had before this one, he lost.
Okay.
And he lost on the ground, by submission. But that was also because the dude has quick knockouts. The dude's a striker. He's got long legs. He keeps opponents away from him. And, he was brought to the ground. with a heavier opponent, with a stronger opponent, you definitely, you could tell it was a disadvantage. So yeah, that's his 1L. But I mean, I applaud the guy. The guy was like, man, I ain't got no competition. Let me go find another court.
All right. What fight do you want to talk about next?
So man, the Nate Diaz fight. Nate Diaz is a UFC legend, and it ain't over yet for Nate Diaz. It ain't over yet.
I think it should be over for him.
The dude
He looks washed.
The dude is
Washed.
He's a legend. He is game bred. I know game bred is Masvidal's nickname or ring name, but ain't nobody as game as Nate Diaz. That dude has no quit. He does not quit.
He has the biggest heart for sure.
Yeah, he has the biggest heart. He is a douchebag badass.
All right, now you dick riding. Now you dick riding. All right.
I mean, this dude was bleeding.
Let's talk about the fight.
Yeah, this dude was bleeding like
he bleeds every fight.
Yeah,
This guy is just very bleedable. I don't know if that's the worst.
I actually thought the fight was gonna get stopped. Before the fight started, I was like, man, if he doesn't do anything quick, the fight's gonna get stopped like around round 3 or 4 because this dude's just gonna start bleeding. And what happened? The dude started bleeding, I think by round 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, man,
Leon Edwards was fucking him up.
Yeah, he was. Props to Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards is a come up fighter. He's gonna do some pretty good. He's gonna fight good. He's gonna be a champion.
Okay, but in round 5, Nate Diaz ran out of time because he hit Leon Edwards in the face, or I forgot what
he rocked him. He rocked
him, and Leon Edwards looked out of it.
Yeah, his legs like, were getting.
He was about to fall down. To his credit, he didn't fall down, and I was like, "Yo, there's 45 seconds left."
Oh my god, I was jumping off the walls.
And Leon Edwards just kind of like doozily running around the ring.
He looks like you when you drink 2 Four Locos.
He looked drunk. He was punch drunk, and he was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "Nate Diaz, you just gotta hit him one more time, and it's over. Please, Leon Edwards, don't get hit."
Wow, he was going for Leon Edwards.
Yeah.
The dude drank too much jungle juice.
Yeah, it was bad, and he truly did get saved by the bell. Nate Diaz waited too long to land that hit.
I think he was, and Nate Diaz was rocked too. He was hurt, and he couldn't see well, I bet you, and his reaction time to actually striking him, you could see it in the slow-mos after. Like, he striked him, and he's like, I knew I got a good lick on him. But he didn't react right away. Like, as soon as he knew he got a good lick and he saw him rock back and forth, he was like, oh, shit, I should probably go and keep going.
He was fatigued. He waiting for him to drop. And he credits Leon Edwards. He didn't drop. One more punch, he would have dropped.
Yeah, and there was times where, I mean, and I think, yeah, you're right. He ran out of time. And if he would have landed that punch maybe a little bit earlier.
No, for sure. He had 1 more minute left.
If there was maybe 2 minutes left in the round,
yeah,
that match could have gone,
that would have been an all-time classic if Nate Diaz had won that fight.
Yeah,
but he didn't.
He didn't. I applaud Nate Diaz though for being a badass, the badass that he is, man.
I don't imagine he's gonna win much more fights in the future though. I think his time is gone. He's 32 years old, 33 years old now.
The dude is he's
on
old.
The decline.
He's on the decline. He is. He's badly beat up. He's got bunch of scar tissue. I mean, he was talking about how his training right on the post interview. He was talking about a month before the fight. He was doing some sparring and he accidentally got cut on that same cut where he got cut on his eye, and that slowed down his training for the fight. And whenever you're training for a fight, it's very important because it's peak. You got to get to that point. There's a process, and that slowed down the process.
Yeah,
and kind of sucked for the dude. So, but he's got a lot of heart, man. I'm a Nate Diaz fan. Yeah. I love that dude.
I was only mad at him. He refused to shake hands with Leon Edwards. So I'm like, I hate people like that.
At the beginning,
I hate people like that. And in the end, Leon earned his respect. So I guess, you're one of those guys. You got to earn my respect first.
Yeah. Anybody and everybody's got to earn Nate Diaz's respect. You got to get through Nate Diaz first before you.
Congratulations. You think Brandon Moreno earned his respect?
Man, Brandon Moreno was. I think that was a highlight of the night.
It was quick. Yeah. I blinked. It was over.
What a quick. What a quick finish, right? Because the fight got to about halfway. into the fight, but he was able to get him on the ground, and he was able to use his technique, and submit him, do a chokehold and submit him. The guy that guy is literally, kind of, we were talking about Giannis and how he came from dirt poor and nothing. The dude came from basically nothing, got cut by UFC. They were like, we don't need these lightweight fighters in UFC. Then they brought him back, and he basically had to take fights that he didn't even want to or had to, and he climbed up, and now he's a champion.
Yeah.
He's a champion.
The first UFC Mexican-born champion.
Yes. Viva la raza.
You were just screaming all like the Mexican shit, and I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, man, I was excited. The dude, I also put a couple bucks on the money, put some money on the fight.
Because he won some money?
Yeah, he wasn't the favorite.
Yeah, he was underdog for sure.
He was underdog, so it was made a little cash.
Congrats to him. I saw the picture that was on the internet the other day. He's like he when he was 17, he worked at his parents' piñata store. So like from him to go from age 17 piñata store to whatever how old he is now, 27, right?
Yeah.
And he's UFC champion. That's a glow up. That is the glow up. And I couldn't be more happy for the guy.
Yeah, the
honestly.
dude came out to some banda. I mean, he was straight
Did
up.
he?
Yeah, he came out to some banda.
There was a lot of Linkin Park that night.
Yeah,
what the fuck was that about?
There was two Linkin Park.
That's
instances.
2 more Linkin Park songs that were needed, or more than that were needed. Like we didn't need those 2 songs.
Yeah, we didn't really need them.
I want to hear Drake "Money in the Grave."
Oh my god,
that's a song I would come out to.
No Drake, please.
All right, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. And all right, we'll be back.
Yes.
And welcome back to Under 500, the stupid part of our podcast. Well, I gotta remind you guys.
It's the best part. What you talking about?
I gotta remind you guys first, we are always and forever, hopefully, brought to you by Treaty Oaks.
Yes.
Delicious gin and vodka and everything else you could ask for. I love it. Unfortunately, we are out. I would take a shot if I could, but I can't.
Yeah,
because we are out.
We gotta keep these bottles right here. We can't finish.
This is all for show.
But yeah, pretty good for some parties, pretty good for relaxing, and pretty good for potting. And
you know what else is good? That bar you frequent.
Yes. Let us not forget, we are also sponsored by Flipside Bar, right up there. Shout out to Trevor, and actually Trevor, my saddest and kindest regards. I'm sorry. He's a huge Arkansas fan, specifically Arkansas baseball. They lost to the Wolfpack.
Nevada?
Yeah.
They have a baseball team?
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. It was like they hit a homer.
Are they eliminated or something? Or what?
Yeah, so they didn't make it to Omaha. They didn't make it to the World
No. He is devastated, though.
Series. Yeah, sorry.
I'm so sorry. We haven't had Mario clip this to
Trevor.
you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, bro.
Well, we'll still go drink. We'll still go drink there, and we'll go play some reruns. To some,
Over 500 is also brought to you by I Don't Know Network, the only network where you can catch I Don't Know That's Perfect, the 2-hour lunch break, and Over 500.
Yes, all the way.
We had I Don't Know That's Perfect have news content out. Really good interview with AJ Bray.
Yeah, catch it on YouTube, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast.
And 2 hours. 2 hours has been dropped some content too.
Yeah, man.
I need to catch up on 2 hours.
Yeah, those guys got it. Those guys got a lot of insight. Talk about a lot of personal stuff as well, and man, they just kill it on the mic, man. They're awesome, great guys.
Surely better than us.
100 times better than us. They don't got a stupid section.
That's not. I didn't set you up for that. You supposed to boost us up. All right, whatever. Let's get back to the podcast.
No, must be
right.
humble.
First under 500 topic is Cove P3. I didn't run that by you. I thought it'd be funny if I just put that up there.
That was good. I was like, what the?
Cove P3. All right. If you missed it this morning, right after the Kawhi news broke, the Chris Paul news broke, and Chris Paul had tested positive for COVID-19 and will be out indefinitely.
Yeah. So the rules or the COVID protocol rule is 10 days quarantine with the positive test following those 10 days quarantine, or 2 consecutive negative tests after, I believe, 5 days.
Okay.
So timeline.
That's tricky.
Yeah, timeline. The dude is the Suns are already qualified for the Western Conference Finals, and they're awaiting the winner of the Clippers and Jazz. So quick, who wins that one? Quick
Utah
take.
for sure.
All right, so Utah, in order for them to win, they got to go to Game 7. So what? Game 7 is gonna be.
No, they're tied 2-2.
Oh, that's right, 2-2. My bad.
So if you're the Suns, you're probably hoping he goes to Game 7.
Yeah.
You want the longest possible timeline of the Utah and Clipper series.
Yeah, I think the soonest that it can happen is Sunday.
Yeah.
And that's if basically Utah wins the next 2.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Utah plays tonight, which is Wednesday, and then they play again on Friday.
Yeah.
And then the soonest it can happen is Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah.
And Chris Paul would probably earliest return. Probably it's looking like Tuesday, maybe.
Yeah. So Tuesday is if it goes to Game 7.
So yeah, if so, I'm thinking there's no way he misses more than 2 games.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just 2 games.
I don't think he misses any games.
I think he misses one.
I think Adam Silver is prepared for this, and he's probably gonna like bend some rules and like pull some strings. Chris Paul actually
Get fake COVID tests on the black market or what?
Is vaccinated, and because he's vaccinated and he's like a low risk spread or something like that, he can play. I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, there's different rules, different protocols. It's a whole damn rule book. It's as big as a dictionary.
The news that came out this morning was Chris Paul is out indefinitely because he broke COVID protocols. It took a while for us to confirm he was COVID positive, right?
Yeah.
So everybody was like, "Oh, well, what about LeBron?" As always, so like, what about LeBron?
Yeah, he broke COVID protocols,
but he's vaccinated. And he didn't have COVID, and everybody at the party was also vaccinated, and it was outdoors. That's all within league rules. So Chris Paul went somewhere, probably outside of league rules, and was hanging out with some unvaccinated people, and then he got COVID.
Yeah, you think he went to the local bar or something or what?
He probably went to Flipside.
Yeah, I agree. He was there at Flipside.
There's like a viral clip of Chris Paul on the street just running around in Phoenix.
After the win or what?
After he eliminated the Lakers.
Chris Paul was at Rot Rally.
He was probably on 6th Street on Friday. You want to talk about that? That's local news, but
yeah, he was at Rot Rally.
Chris Paul, he seemed like he's an anti-vaxxer. I haven't like dug too deep into it. I could care less what your opinion is on it, but I've heard from people on Twitter, which is not a reliable source at all, but he's he's anti-vax. So maybe he has this coming. Maybe.
So you think he deserves? So you think he deserves this?
I think if he is anti-vaccine, maybe he isn't vaccinated and somebody's lying, or he was just going on willy-nilly about it. Like, I'm just gonna go every party I can. He deserves this.
Wow.
He deserves it.
CP3.
Your team is going to the Western Conference Finals. Your focus should be on that. You have not won shit yet.
Yeah.
You haven't won shit in your damn career. This is the biggest moment of your career, and you're out getting COVID.
So yeah, you're right. You haven't won it yet. I mean, everybody gets an opportunity to celebrate. Everybody gets an opportunity to do what they got to do. Everything's opening up. Family trips, family parties, parties with friends, parties with players. Maybe they went and hooked up with the Instagram model that did some things to the Phoenix Suns last year.
Chris Paul is married.
And
that was Cliff Paul.
Oh, okay.
Uncle Cliff.
No,
you didn't understand my reference.
The glasses. It was the glasses.
Yeah,
they make them sexy.
All right. So back to the main point is that Chris Paul, I would bet money on it. He doesn't miss more than 1 game.
Yeah, I think he misses 1 game. But I guess
it's probably good for him to miss a game.
Talking about it. What going forward? What do we do? You're a player in the NBA. You also want to go out. You also want to do things. What do you do? What do you tell the players? As a coach, your team just made it to the Western or Eastern Conference Finals. As a coach, what do you tell your players? Vaccinated or non-vaccinated?
Yeah.
What do you tell your players?
Don't get COVID. That's the best. Wear your masks. Minimize the risk of COVID.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing, and you're playing for something big, right? You're playing for the championship.
Right. Don't go to the club. Probably not yet. We'll have time for that later. Don't go to the club. Wear your mask, and keep it outdoors if you can.
Yeah. No, I mean it's agreed. It's tough though.
You're damn right. You better agree. We're still in a pandemic.
It's tough. It's tough being an adult.
Yeah.
Telling another adult, what to do.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I'm sure that the coaches have been saying this shit, and nobody cares. So like, fuck that.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure everybody's like, fuck it.
Next topic. Big old San Antonio women. Oh man, this is the one I wanted to get to. This should have been an over 500 topic.
For the record, there are a lot of bad bitches in San Antonio. They're not all big.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Especially my type of women.
That's my type, baby. That's my type.
But there are also a lot of big old women in San Antonio. But you won't hear about that on Inside the NBA anymore. Because the producers Inside the NBA, the TNT's broadcast show for in between the playoffs and shit, Charles Barkley was told he can no longer make jokes at the expense of big old San Antonio women because one lady wrote an angry article. And he blamed cancel culture for all this.
That is a bunch of bullshit.
What is?
That's fucked up.
What is bullshit?
The cancel culture on what you can and cannot say. That's not part of the, rules on air, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can't go on air and just be like, fuck you. It's going to get bleeped out.
Yeah.
But, dude, it's a joke. Like, it's an ongoing joke since when?
2000 probably.
Yeah, since San Antonio was in the finals and Turner Sports was covering.
Yeah.
The finals in San Antonio and going to San Antonio and staying in San Antonio. Dude, there's a problem.
Yeah, there is. Absolutely. Yeah. I agree with you. They've been making that joke for so long, and for it to come to an end like that, it's kind of bullshit. I almost feel like San Antonio women aren't the people invented by this. No. I feel like San Antonio women are like, you know what, that's kind of true. We are kind of big down here sometimes.
I'm pretty sure there are some big, beautiful San Antonio women
I'm
out
sure
there.
it's the people who aren't being insulted that are insulted for the San Antonio women. They're like, hey, that's pretty mean. You shouldn't say that shit. Cancel him. Cancel that. Stop saying that shit. I want to see the woman that wrote that article. If she's not a big San Antonio woman, I would tell her, shut the fuck up.
What if she's thick?
Thick is all right. Thick is great. Thick is great.
So you would give her a pass if she thick?
I would give her a pass if she fat. I don't give a fuck. Fat, thick, whatever it is. It's the fucking joke, all right? And
dude, it's a fucking joke.
And Charles is fat.
That motherfucker's fat. And he eats donuts.
So if he takes it and he dishes it, right?
Yeah.
And somebody along the way got in their feelings and wrote an angry article, and now one angry article has led to probably the end of the best running joke on NBA television.
Yeah. So the dude went on air in a radio station, and he was like, he pretty much told them in there, he's like, man, I'm working till I'm 60, and I'm trying to just make it a couple more years, and after that, I'm leaving. Fuck them. Like, screw them. Kiss my ass. I'm leaving. And, honestly, the day Charles leaves TNT
will be a sad day.
It will be a sad, disappointing day. He is a huge reason why I do watch NBA on TNT. And the day he leaves, you might lose a viewer. I don't know.
I hope he doesn't lose or leave. I hope he get past his problem of cancel culture. Everything. It only exists if you let it, in my opinion, right? So whoever the producers are to like Charles, stop making those jokes. I want them to stop being such pussies.
Shame on the producers.
Stop being such pussies and let Charles keep making that joke.
Why?
What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Nothing. They're gonna lose one viewer. That bitch who wrote the article. That's the one viewer they're gonna lose. And who gives a fuck about that viewer? I'm gonna go have like 10 kids and I'll make them watch NBA on TNT.
I want to see
10 plus viewers.
I want to see the San Antonio ratings for inside the NBA.
I bet you it's pretty. Well, I bet you it's pretty good.
I'm sure if somebody looked at it like, oh no, we're not doing so well in San Antonio.
Yeah, it'd be like, wah, wah, wah. So fuck Turner Sports because they didn't want to come to San Antonio when we sucked.
San Antonio is already kind of a boring city in terms of NBA cities.
No, you are totally wrong.
And compared to L.A., New
Oh,
York.
shout out San
Toronto?
Antonio. San Antonio's actually, I think, Fiesta is starting this weekend.
Oh yeah, it is right.
Yeah, can't forget San Antonio and them
See,
Fiesta
I
jerseys.
want to go down there and look at some of those big old San Antonio women.
I want to go down there with the mic. We should go have like a pod cast.
A walking pod
weekend.
during Fiesta.
Yeah, and
I'm with it.
Yeah, all we'll have our Troy carry
We'll
a
bring the
camera
whole
around.
I don't know network. Yeah.
And yeah, we'll
Troy's saying no in the background.
no, okay.
All right.
We'll have some good interview questions. We'll walk down the river walk or during Fiesta, and go eat some gorditas.
real quick, did you see the Kevin Hart Twitter rant at all?
I did not. No.
He's also fed up with cancel culture. He's trying to cancel Kevin Hart and Charles Barkley.
He's like been on a tier.
Been on thin ice.
Yeah, with cancel culture.
Yeah. And I think it's time we fight back. Fuck cancel culture.
I think everybody needs to step up for themselves. You know, there's rules to what you can say, what you can and can't not do and say on the TV. And those rules have been established for a long time. And if you can do and say what you need to and still, and, you know, people, there's a group of people out there that are like, yeah, this is cool, this is funny, this is nice. You know, I'm pretty sure his colleagues, they'll tell him, Charles, you bastard, that shit was hilarious, you know, but it's like, dude, chill the fuck out, man.
It comes back to the one thing that my public enemy number one on this podcast. It all comes back down to corporations and corporate America. And corporates are like, yeah, that was funny. Well, you can't say that. Because how am I going to run my Subaru ad when you're saying this offensive shit? Now, nobody's going to watch my Subaru ad. It's like, who gives a fuck? Fuck your Subaru ad. I don't care about the car you're trying to sell me, man. I want to hear Charles Barkley say funny shit.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to stop watching, and then I'm not going to watch your fucking Subaru ad.
Yeah. Who would they replace? Draymond Green ain't that funny.
He's not that funny.
He ain't that funny, man. Your Draymond Green on there taking place of Chuck. Come on, man. No.
We have a problem, America. All right.
Push that button.
Last topic. So much shit has happened this week.
Yes.
That I had to make a whole new segment called Rapid Fire.
Yes.
Or Rapid Fire. The road
Lumbre.
We're just going to run through some of this shit that we couldn't get to in this podcast. I'm sorry, we record once a week. That's the best I can do right now. We're putting too much stress on Troy and Mario and all the whole I don't know network. So
Yes.
now we just have this I don't know. We have this rapid fire.
They just think we're annoying as fuck.
under 500 topics. All right, let's get right into it. All right.
Shoot me.
So my first question, LaMelo, first statement followed by question. LaMelo Ball wins Rookie of the Year. Problem? Happy about it? Disagree? What's going on?
I have no problem with it, despite the fact that he missed 20-plus games, right?
Yeah.
I have no problem with it because LaMelo Ball balled.
Was he that much better than Anthony Edwards?
Towards the end, it started looking a little bit more even.
Yeah.
But you could tell LaMelo Ball was a star the first day he stepped on the court.
Absolutely. I think
He deserved it. He deserved it.
Anthony started too late.
Yeah.
All right, next. Scat. Scat.
Wait, it's my turn.
All right, go ahead. All right, we're taking turns?
Yeah, I mean, I thought we were.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Tua Tagovailoa. You remember that guy? What college?
Quarterback from Alabama, right?
Yeah. I think he was like a first-round pick. Like
he was a rookie last year,
2018.
right?
Yeah. Throws 5 interceptions at the Miami Dolphins practice. What do you think? Should we move on from Tua? Should we give him a chance?
Absolutely not. He's a young guy. Give him his time to learn the offense and all that shit. And he's playing for a new coach, right, or something like that.
Yeah. Or was it Fitzmagic? The Fitzmagic just ain't there no more.
Nah, I think just give him time. Give him time. Don't worry about it. You're panicking. Miami's gonna be good next year. They're gonna be, I think, over 500.
Okay.
That's my plug. All right, my turn.
Yes.
Scott Van Gundy and Scott Brooks, 2 for 1. Both got fired this morning.
Stan man.
What do you think?
So Scott Brooks, I think he got fired or he got let go because they didn't come to an agreement. I think
his contract was over.
Yeah, his contract was over and they didn't come to an agreement in terms of with money. And I also think he's already been there for 5 years. I don't necessarily think it's his fault. He got them to the playoffs with the roster that's trash.
Yeah.
And but I think the organization is headed in a different direction. They want a new coach, probably want a new GM, probably want new players. They need, all that kind of stuff. Rebuild through the draft, yada yada yada. It is what it is. My take on Stan Van Gundy. The dude lost a lot of close games. He had a better roster than what was the other guy that was there?
Scott Brooks.
No, the other guy that was there.
Oh, Alvin Gentry. Both coaches, remember, we were only there for 1 year.
Yeah. There's a problem in New Orleans. The problem is David Griffin.
I'll tell you what the problem is. It is David Griffin. Partially. The veterans suck, and Stan Van Gundy lost the young kids. He was too hard. He's an old school coach, and young kids come in, and they're not ready for that kind of coaching. They want the player-friendly coach.
Yeah, but I mean, Tibbs is old school, and he had a bunch of young players.
Tibbs isn't in New Orleans.
No, but Tibbs had a young
but Tibbs
squad
has
in New York.
the young lower end players. Stan Van Gundy is coaching Zion and Brandon Ingram.
So you're telling me
and Lonzo Ball.
So you're telling me they soft in New Orleans down there?
They are soft.
Ooh.
And now Zion's gonna be playing for his third coach in 3 years. So there's that.
Poor Zion, man.
All right, answer me your next question.
All right, let's go. Arizona State under NCAA investigation football. You know who the coach is for NCAA? I mean for Arizona State.
I feel like I know, but I don't know.
Herm Edwards, remember Herm
Edwards?
Oh
yeah, that guy from ESPN, always talking weird shit.
Ex-Jets coach, he.
You need the playoff guys? Like playoff? No, that's somebody else.
No. He had a rant also.
He had a rant. Yeah.
Anyways, Herm Edwards. So, what do you think about ex-NFL coaches, ex-players? You see, we see now like a bunch of Jackson State coaches. Sanders, what's his name?
Who?
Dude, I can't. I just had like a brain fart. Anyways. Player coaches or ex-players in the NFL, what do you think about that? They're under investigation for tampering, basically, right? Because there's certain rules that you can't and can do to players. I think during the dead period when the Heat, I believe they're in the Pac-10. They were and were not going to play, and then finally they decided to play. But there was like a dead period. What do you think about players and stuff like that? And the influence that they have on young kids. Like, dude, this is Herm Edwards. Oh, my God, I will play.
The NCAA is just corrupt and crooked and dumb, and I wish we would get away from it. Like, kind of like in basketball, how we're getting more and more away from the NCAA. I wish there was a football alternative, all that shit, so we could just avoid all this, because it's all corrupted, and it's all dumb. And these NFL guys, they know the way around the rules and whatnot. So I just hate the NCAA. And I hope that one day there's an alternative football league.
I think it's inevitable. I mean, I think they brought Herm Edwards there because he's a face of
he's famous.
Yeah, they brought him there because they know players are gonna be like, man, there's Herm Edwards. I want to play for him. And I mean that automatically is pretty much tampering in a way, but not really.
Yeah, I guess so.
So I mean, I think it's just like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Saban had never played, a single down in the NFL. Yeah, he was a coach in the NFL, but man, he
was fucking trash.
he's a badass coach, and he wins championships.
My next question: Mavs GM Donnie Nelson fired after 23 years with Mark Cuban. Apparently, there was some kind of power struggle in the front office, and there's like a shadow GM or whatever. And then Donnie Nelson was like, "You know what, guys, I'm out."
Yeah.
Any
kind of walked out pretty much.
Any chance Luka's kind of like, maybe I should leave?
No.
Absolutely not, right?
No, because the Mavs owner, Mark Cuban, is a badass. He's influential. He knows his way around things. He's gonna find a good replacement. He's gonna turn things around, and he listens to his players, and he listens to his coach. It's like whenever people were asking for Rick Carlisle's head. Yeah. Shut the fuck up. Rick Carlisle is a Hall of Fame coach. Yeah. He's gonna be a Hall of Fame coach. Let him do his thing. He only has what he has to work with.
I think Mark Cuban is too much of a bro. He runs his organization like a frat house, and I think that's part of the problem here. I think there's too many like cooks in the kitchen, And I think Luka's for sure absolutely not leaving. He's gonna sign the supermax contract, right?
Yeah.
But I think Luka's kind of like, hey, what are y'all doing up there? Like, can y'all figure that out real quick? Because I need help down here. We've seen the roster. He needs fucking help.
Yeah.
And obviously the GM is in charge of that. And there's 2 GMs, apparently. Then something needs to be done.
Yeah. Something, especially with all the turmoil that we saw at the end of the season after they lost the series.
Yeah,
With the whole,
they got 20 questions they need to answer.
yeah, they got too much bullshit going on, and it's gonna start with the GM.
Yeah, for sure.
Talking about CP3 and COVID, Teofimo Lopez tests positive for COVID, and his fight has gotten pushed back to August. Do you know who Teofimo Lopez is?
I was going to ask you, who the fuck is that?
Okay, we actually saw the boxing fight there at the house one day. But anyways, he's a up-and-coming boxer. He's pretty much he just beat Lomachenko. And basically he had a boxing match coming up, and he tested positive. Bob Arum came out and was like, it's that dude's fault. He ain't vaccinated. He has nobody to blame but himself. So what do you think about like boxers and all that? You know, things get pushed back, and you know we're seeing it with COVID protocols and all that. Kind of
I
stuff.
think that's really unfortunate. I know how much training and whatnot it takes to get into that mode of like getting ready for a fight, and for COVID, and like at this point, if you're not vaccinated, I'm not gonna judge you. But if you're a professional entertainer like that,
Yeah.
you should maybe reconsider getting the vaccine.
Well,
'Cause you need to be available.
You also gotta remember that they are not just athletes, but they are entertainers. They got a brand, right? And they got fans that they gotta protect, and they got fans.
Exactly.
There's a bunch of fans
Yeah.
that were like, "What the fuck?" I was ready to see this shit. What the fuck happened?
So if you want to entertain, go out and get your vaccine so you can stay out there and entertain.
What is it? The dude was also doing a lot of promotions and a lot of media deals with the Triller brand. I don't know if you've heard about that. But
Yeah.
they're like basically it was gonna be like a concert / boxing match. I don't know if you knew about that.
That's what they do nowadays.
So that's like the new face of fighting and boxing. And
I just kind of saw Austin McBoom fight a TikToker or something like that. It was the stupidest thing. It was like a little baby concert in between all this.
Yeah.
It was dumb. I don't want to talk about that. Le'Veon Bell says he will never ever play for Andy Reid ever again. If he does, he'll retire.
Boo.
Do we care at all?
Nah.
He's been retired for 4 years.
Le'Veon Bell is who is Le'Veon Bell?
All right, one more. I got one more for you.
I got one more. We talking about?
Let me go first.
Baseball.
Fuck baseball.
Baseball will begin investigation on sticky stuff on the hands, on the balls. What do you think? If you're a hitter,
I don't know anything about baseball.
if you're a hitter and I'm a sticky and I put sticky stuff on my balls, is that cheating? It's been around, apparently it's been around in the league for years.
I would say it's cheating.
Damn.
We should just go out there and play baseball like
But that's how it's always been. It's always been. Why are you gonna change something that's always been like that? Everybody's done it.
Does it give you a competitive advantage? Yes.
In a way.
Then it's cheating.
I mean, I guess in a way it's
and
kind
we
of
have
like,
enough cheating in baseball.
in a way it's kind of like
we have
steroids,
enough cheating in baseball, brother.
but not physically enhances you. It just kind of does shit. weird shit.
Steroids, wires, Astros. No more cheating in baseball, man. Let's get back to baseball.
Hey, shout out to my Astros. They're second in the AL West. Go.
All right, Russell Wilson and Pete Carroll are still friends. How long is that gonna last?
They're that business relationship where they just kind of like are. Yeah, that's my coach. I love that dude. And he's like, yeah, that's my quarterback. I love that dude. But
I give it to the offseason, and then Russell Wilson's going to demand a trade for real this time, not just for fake. For real.
They're that couple that sleeps in different beds at night.
Yeah. Russell Wilson's going to get mad again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Last one I got. MJ catches a dolphin in a $3.4 million fishing tournament in North Carolina. MJ, the GOAT, MJ.
Is he gonna win?
Is he gonna win? Is he gonna win?
Absolutely not.
Boo.
Fuck MJ. You know who will win? The GOAT.
Nah, fuck that.
The GOAT James.
He don't even know what a fish is.
Did you ever say that?
He don't even know what fish smell like.
Yeah, he goes to your mom's house. He smells that.
Oh, we're going there. Oh,
all right.
nah, fuck that. Fuck that. It's over.
Yeah, the podcast is over. I'm your humble, gracious, highly favored host, Mark Ogeen. No, don't you fucking dare copy me, you
I'm not gonna
bitch.
throw it. I'm not gonna throw it at the camera. I'm gonna throw it at you. You talking about my mama, motherfucker.
This has been over 500, and we are out. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, whatever you do.
Don't talk about my mom.